Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 1. And Chelsea Football Club are now back in the Champions League. It's long overdue. We should not have been outside of the Champions League for this long. We should always be in the Champions League minimum. We're back in the Champions League. I hope we plan to stay there, because if not, it's long. It's long. Now, going into the game, I think the lineup was great. As expected, it was probably the best lineup we could have gone out with. The first 30 minutes of the game, we were under a lot of pressure. They did have opportunities to score. They were close. Luckily, they didn't score. The defense was actually on it today. Very good today from the defense. I couldn't pick a man of the match between the two. It's very difficult. Tossin and Cole were both on it today, and they kept us in it. They kept us in it. Now, honestly, watching the whole game, I was in like a very tranquil state of mind, so I wasn't really on the edge of my seat panicking. I just looked at this and I thought, they're not going to keep this up forever, Nottingham Forest. And they didn't. I think after the 30-minute mark, we started to settle in and took a bit more control of the game, created a few chances, didn't convert any of them, obviously. But after half-time, we were even better. We got a corner, took it short, and as we were playing it into the box, the ball was pretty much moving around quite a lot, and it started bouncing off a lot of players. And one of the Nottingham Forest defenders doesn't deal with it, and it gets to Pedro Neto. Now, I can't tell if he was actually trying to make a pass or take a shot, because it looked initially like he was taking a shot, but the ball rolls over. It looks as if he, when you watch it in replay, that he squares it to someone, hoping someone's there, and Cole's at the end of it, taps it in 1-0. And that's exactly what we needed. After that, I thought the game was over. I'll be honest. I genuinely thought the game was over, because after that, it was in our hands. Now, I guess in the last 10 or 12 minutes of the game, Nottingham Forest started to step it up a little bit more. And they had one chance. It was a ball in, I think, from the halfway line. Everyone was up. Everyone was up. And ball over the top. It gets to Chris Wood and Tossin. I think he just puts him off. And Chris Wood skies it. But we caught life there. We caught life. Apart from that, honestly, even the 8 minutes of added time, I wasn't surprised. If anything, I kind of expected it, but I wasn't even that worried about it. The full-time whistle blows. We're officially back in the Champions League, and honestly, I look back at this today, and today didn't really feel like. It's weird. The last two games, just in general, this season is not a season I want to remember. I'll be honest, because it felt so stale. Like, even in the fight for Champions League football, Villa, from what I gathered, I don't think they performed like they were fighting for Champions League football. Neither did Newcastle, from what I heard. They lost to Everton, and Villa got their goalkeeper sent off in the first half. And then they scored, but then they had their goal disallowed, and then United scored 2 goals. So they just fumbled. They fumbled it, really. They weren't... I wouldn't say they bottled it, but they had a good opportunity to get Champions League football. But even then, it was just a good thing that we got the goal, because I really wasn't really going to sit on, if we drop a point, let's just hope Villa don't win. If anything, we're lucky that Newcastle lost, because now we finished 4th. So that's good for us. And I think by goal difference, they got Champions League football, mainly by goal difference. So, yeah, it was good for us. Good for us. Unfortunate for Aston Villa. But, you know, fair play. I'll make a side note. Fair play to Unai Emery. You know, since he's come in, that's 3 Europe finishes in a row. He got Conference League in his first season. He got Champions League football in his second season. And now he's got Europa League football in his third season. He even got to a semi-final in the FA Cup. The next thing he needs to do is now win a trophy. That's the one thing I think that Villa need next season. But that's Villa. As for us, the only trophy we need to keep our eyes on now is the Conference League. And we have to win it. We have to. Like, after everything this season, it would really, really, really be a slap in the face not to win that trophy.